Said it's your boy, P Original, Mr. Influential. Hot topic conversation, stimulate your mental. Two cool brothers, same father, same mother. If you're looking for a show like this, you'll never find another. Why? Cause it's the Porch Podcast, so come on. Yeah, so it's the Porch Podcast. Yup, so it's the Porch Podcast, so come on. Yeah, so it's the Porch Podcast. Let's go.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man.
The original, baby. Welcome back, y'all. You know, as we say each and every week, we know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you. New week.
New episode.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And,
clap it up one more time.
Absolutely. Clap it up one more time for that. As I've been saying, man, listen, for those who've been rocking out with us the entire time, first and foremost, thank you all for tuning in. The love and support is greatly appreciated. For those who are tuning in for the first time, welcome.
Welcome.
You know what I mean? This will be your favorite podcast, the Porch Podcast.
Right.
And with that being said.
And I'm the wild one. I'm just telling y'all.
Okay. And ain't nothing wrong with him admitting to his contribution. You know what I mean? Wild is not necessary. You need a little wildness, too. Yeah. I realize that as we get a little bit older. You know, you want to tell everybody, just relax. No, you need at least one. You need at least one wild person. They keep you sharp. Keep you moving. As you guys have been tuned in to know, if you don't, you see it in the title, man. It's been 243 episodes, counting this one. You know what I mean? And we've been having a great time with it, so welcome back.
Welcome.
And welcome for the first time, if not.
First time.
So, first and foremost, how's your week been, bro?
Week's been good. Busy. A lot of work. You know, they say if a man don't work, he don't eat.
Yeah.
So I work every day.
Yeah.
Because I got to eat.
Yeah. Now, who said that? It's biblical. Or is that somebody said?
I think it is. I don't know.
Or is that hood Bible?
No, it's kind of the same thing. But
it's kind of the same thing?
Yeah, I think, I don't know exactly how the scripture goes. Because, you know, the Bible's is written different. Depends which version you have.
You know what I've been loving about you lately?
What's that?
Is that you haven't been co-signing things that you're unsure of.
Right.
You know, lately you've been, well, you know, it's what I heard. I'm not saying that that's, you know, take it for face value. So I appreciate
go back
you.
and lie to him if you want me to, man.
It's never about me promoting you lying. So we're going to do this because it's getting ready to get the wild one. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But
nice glass lemonade.
That cool,
refreshing drink.
Absolutely. So it seems light. Like you know. Is it anything in the cup? Like is it? I understand. Yeah. Anyway, you've been busy.
To it lands.
You right.
Yeah.
Right. It's cool. You know, it's the sound that you hear, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been busy. I just, for the most part, like I said, even though when I was saying just working, man, since last Monday all the way through, went to work a couple of days, and Friday I did an event. Bo Robinson Day. Let's clap it up for that.
Absolutely.
The legendary Bo Robinson from the city of Trenton, activist. His family put together a nice event. You know what I mean? That they had, I believe it's going to be annual, but I think it was the first annual in Trenton. But it's the first one I DJ'd at.
Okay.
Live at Martin Luther King Park. Yeah, it was nice.
Good.
Nice to turn out, free food. They gave out T-shirts. They gave out, just giving back to the community, man.
That's what's up. It's always, that's always dope.
The mayor was out there, plus the former mayor came out.
Good.
Mayor Palmer, I'm speaking on. So it was a good event, good event. That was Friday.
Okay.
Saturday, I was back at the New Jersey Athletic Club, DJing for the Core Champions exercise class.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We gotta put something together just to show them the bar and the workout thing, workout tool that they use.
Okay.
But I've actually, I DJ for that. And then Sunday, I had to do a graduation party. Shout out to Bree, clap it up for her. And it was a nice event, man. So I just pretty much been busy all week, and I don't know why. I still got the ring.
You pay good money for the service.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear it, then you'd be like, I don't know why I'm not getting my notification.
Right, but that was pretty much it. Now we're here today, so that pretty much is everything that I was dealing with within the week. That's all, What about you?
Busy in a good sense. Not quite busy business-wise like you. But taking advantage of the opportunity, just to enjoy myself, me and the wife. Saturday we kind of kicked it, ain't do too much. So, sometimes the uneventful moments are more valuable than the eventful moments.
Always is.
So, that was dope with that. Then Sunday, man, we wound up going to New York. Check out that play, man, by August Wilson. Joe Turner's Come and Gone.
August Wilson's and Joe Turner's, or Joe Turner's Coming?
No, that's the name of the title. It was actually, I guess,
August Wilson is the author,
it's
the creator, and
right.
the name of it is Joe Turner's.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I like
yes.
it.
Yes.
I like it.
I believe Debbie Allen had a little something to do with it as well.
Yeah,
and I'm definitely not trying to undervalue it.
Yeah.
Everybody who's a part of it.
And shout out to them.
Definitely not going to undervalue that situation. But, it was over there in the, I guess they would call it the
Theater District.
The Theater District in New York.
Near Times Square Theater District.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember what theater it was that you was at?
I forget the theater that was in.
Yeah.
But
literally, it's funny how, 1 week, I'm literally like 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're a couple weeks later, you're a couple blocks.
Absolutely. So, he's up there. We was excited. The wife drove drove back. That was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out Mom and Pop, you know what I mean? And, Pat and Earl, who had came with us as well.
Shout out to them, man.
Dope
Back it
time.
up, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's a great time, man, when you can get out and enjoy yourself, and have a good time with the people that you're with.
Yeah.
Got up there. Traffic was booming, kind of moving around. Obviously, it's in New York.
Right.
You all know what took place this weekend. We'll get more into that conversation, a little bit. Not very much more, you know what I mean? But a little bit more into that conversation. Play was awesome. Yeah. Obviously, Cedric Entertainer was in it.
Okay.
Taraji P. Henson.
Okay.
Is it Henson?
Henson.
Taraji was in it. You know what I'm
Taraji
saying?
P.
Yeah, Taraji P. was in it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I forget the other guy who played Bynum. But he plays in a lot of different shows, and he's been in some movies and stuff.
I want to know who that was.
I got the playbill. I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Go upstairs.
People need to know. We'll get to you.
Yeah, they'll go to the show and find out.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was going to be in it until I got there. You know what I mean? Moving around in the city. Had to leave a little bit early. Obviously, traffic was crazy. Got a little bite to eat before the show kicked off. Show was awesome. Didn't know what to anticipate. I'm not a big musical guy, but I like plays. It's cool. You start breaking out in the song. I'm cool. Come on, man.
Did Cedric
Just
sing
say what
any?
they say. No. And I'm glad he didn't. Because I'm not into musicals, man. I'm not into
So
them.
it's safe to say you never watched Chirac?
Watch Chirac?
The movie Chirac?
I might have had it on. It might have just been on.
When I realized it was a musical, I ain't really paying attention to it. It was only 2 musicals in life that coming up that I watched.
Okay.
And people may not necessarily pay attention as musicals, but when you're a kid, you'll know no better. Mm-hmm. Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
And School Days.
Yeah.
That's it. That was it. But it was cool. If you say, let's go see the musical, I'm
cool.
Yeah, and I love music. That's the thing.
Listen, you can buy one less ticket. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta just catch it on TV.
Yeah, I'm
not saying that y'all do what y'all do. I think it's very creative art. You know what I mean? I think everybody does a great job.
I'm not into musicals.
Yeah, I'm just not into them. That's all.
Not into them. It's cool.
But I'm serious. I never knew we had that in common. It's just let's do the movie. I don't feel like you singing.
If I was talking to a regular person
and
they had an issue and they just ooh, I don't know what I might do. I do not know what I might do. Don't sing to me, man. Like, you know what I mean? Go ahead and talk. Now it's a little bit different. You think about like high school musicals. I sit there and watch it with the kids and stuff before.
Yeah, when
they
you
was
was your
being
kids.
entertained.
Yeah, when you
just entertain.
Like when we watched Little Shop of Horrors, we was kids.
Absolutely, we was kids. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that wasn't in this play. They was talking. It was cool. He was funny because I know a little bit of it that I heard before then. Me and Link was talking about. She was like, "That I don't know. Hopefully, it's something that you're interested in because I don't know if it's going to be exactly what you think it might be." And he was funny. He was. He wasn't trying to be a stand-up, comedian, but
he was just being natural.
He was just being sad,
yeah.
And Taraji was just being Taraji, and it was, and I had a great time. So, that was super dope. And Got up out of there, grabbed some cheesecake from Junior's. They did. I don't eat it. You know what I mean? And then
You eat cheesecake?
not at all.
Oh yeah, I eat it.
I'm
I
not
gotta be in the mood
I'm
for
not
it.
a creamy guy.
I gotta be in the mood for it, but I eat it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I used to get a Cheesecake Factory. Said this apple joint there now.
Yeah.
And a Reese joint. It was amazing.
I'm not a key lime pie. I'm not a creamy person.
Yeah.
So I don't, I probably hate that more than singing in musicals in the show. Not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Glazed donut.
Been
Regular.
grouchy today.
You know what I'm saying? So
Glazed donut.
yeah. So that's about this.
I ain't the biggest donut fan.
I mean, I don't care less about a donut too, but like if it happens, you know what I'm saying?
I mess with cookies though.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what I mean? That's fine.
Definitely chips. We chips dudes.
Yeah, we're not gonna stay on the snacks, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, we eat a lot. Yes, I know what happens next.
Nah.
You ain't got no, you ain't got no
Nah, I'm good.
no cookies and nothing. Nah, I don't. You know? But it was a dope show. If you
I
get
like
a chance,
snacks. What the fuck we
you
talking
better-
about?
if you get a chance to check the show out, next weekend coming up, man. By the
Joe
time you see this, I
Turner's-
don't know. Joe Turner's come and gone.
Come and gone.
Come and gone.
Okay.
This is the last day. I believe that the last performance is the 26th, Sunday coming.
Oh yeah, I can't make it then.
So
damn, I
yeah,
got to watch
unfortunately, I mean, I didn't know.
when
You
it
know,
goes
shout
on
out was a
DVD.
gift for me.
Probably on DVD.
What was it? It was. I was fortunate enough to be able to be included in the situation, but it's not nothing I bought tickets for, nothing like that. Not that I wouldn't, but I was blessed to be able to get the tickets. So,
Well, you
definitely check it out.
you'll be more interested because it ain't a musical, so you'll be more interested.
oh yeah, if you're not a musical person, you'll be fine. And if you're looking for a song, you better listen to your music on the way up there.
The one play that I wanted to see, and I wouldn't have mind they was singing in that one. I was supposed to go see Alicia Keys when she had Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
I heard that was very good.
I heard the play was good. What I can tell you what I'm not. I'm not a person who wants to go and see it because this person's in it,
No, me neither.
right? But I mean, for some people that's cool because it's a draw.
Right.
Because like I said, if I go see a play with Fantasia in it, I should expect singing.
Right.
She's a singer, I should, same thing with Alicia Keys to some degree.
Right.
If she's in the play, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm mentally prepared for that, going into that. It's fine. I know it's coming or whatever.
I know exactly what you mean.
Seeing them in the theater is more intimate because you see these people, Cedric and Taraji on the big screen. So to see them, because the place we was at, I can't think of the name of the actual theater that we were sitting in or whatever. It wasn't super big. It was a good size. I don't know how many people how much the capacity is or whatever. But, it was cool. But then again, I guess you get to see maybe some true essence, like you said, of them just acting it out without being, and cut in that scene. You know what I mean? So that I think
Do it one more time. We're gonna use
exactly,
this take. Now,
exactly. More than one take and seeing which one we really like and this, that, and the third. So it just, to me, when you that deep into your professional career, to still have that ability, yeah, I think that's dope.
Theater game is a big deal.
Yeah. I never wanted to be an actor and that stuff. I think though, if
I did acting, I want to be in a movie.
I would do a movie. It was nothing that I like. One day I want to be an actor. You know what I
thought
realized
about
too,
it
man?
one time. I did.
That my reality is enough of an entertainment. Like I don't, you know what I mean. So it's like I think that you've always, bruh, been an entertainment type of person.
I am.
I think I've always been an artistic type of person. Mm-hmm. So for me, I can do it and nobody has to know. But, in your case, you would do it and you like when people understand what you do.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like art is an expression. So it's always the art first.
Yeah.
And you can express it to yourself, but sometimes I love the feedback of outside of me. Because at the end of the day, what we all are also a lot of times are our worst critic. So sometimes you need somebody to say, you should work on this, or nah, bro, that's perfect. I don't see it to be no better than that. You're gonna get different opinions from different places. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I remember a perfect example, like with me with DJ, and DK asked me when they had the B&B show, I know how much you love DJing and stuff like that, but how does the business make you feel? And I said, the business doesn't bother me. Some people get annoyed by business.
Yeah.
I said, the business doesn't bother me because it made me a better artist. See, when you just stay in the art sometimes, a lot of times your art is a challenge. Your art is a challenge until somebody needs something from you.
Exactly.
So that's the reason why I will try so many different things in entertainment because somebody will sit there and say, well, can you do this, and that? And I'll be like, damn, I ain't never did that, but let me see. I ain't never ever think about doing that. Because if you don't think about doing certain things, you a lot of times may come in and just be exactly the same every time.
Yeah.
So it actually helps grow your level of art. Your level of,
I think it, like I said, it depends on the person.
Right.
It really depends on,
always.
Bro, when we was rapping and stuff like that, I was the type of person, if I never did a live show ever, I would have been fine.
Right. Me too.
You know what I mean?
As a rapper, I didn't care.
And if we just made music and it was like, that was cool. You know what I mean? But, I definitely understand where you're going with it. So look, World Cup, right? Now, I ain't gonna sit up here in front. I don't know design.
I ain't seen not one goal, one play, one nothing. I know it's a big deal.
It is,
but I just haven't. I didn't tune in.
But we do like entertainment, which is what the concept we've been talking about, and we did catch the halftime show. We did catch Justin Bieber, Madonna. You know what I mean? Burna Boy was there, BTS. We caught some clips and different things of that situation. Shakira definitely was there. Yeah, her and Burna Boy. They killed that.
Yep, the Muppets.
The Muppets was there.
Yeah, playing instruments.
As you can see, he like cats and the Muppets. So that's it. Okay, but he remembers.
I'm just trying to tell you that they was pointing out shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what we doing?
I'm just trying to understand.
What are we doing?
So how you like the halftime show, man?
It's cool. It's cool because they performed. I like performances.
I almost ain't recognize who Madonna was, man.
Madonna, I was shut up. Madonna's still out there.
Oh, was that something new?
She's still out there with the bounce. She's still out there.
How you know Madonna's out there with the bounce, man?
Look at her.
What did you see at halftime?
How old you think Madonna is?
Now that's a great question.
She probably 65.
I don't know.
It's fine.
I don't know. It's
maybe 67.
I don't know how old Madonna is, but I will say this. If nothing else, the entertainment space in recent time has proven to us
67.
67. You said that too right before you pulled it up.
Mm-hmm.
Age, apparently, we've been seeing as of recently, and other times as well.
I take the supplements, man.
I wasn't gonna see that, but
no, the right shit though. The shit is good.
I was getting ready to say Jay-Z, also being older, still doing what he's doing, looks great as well. He looks healthy. He looks like he, been on top of his game, but whatever he's been doing. Madonna, you know what I mean? 67. Yeah. I couldn't tell. I would have not known that. I would have had to look it up. The art form of entertainment, apparently, even as you become more seasoned, doesn't always just go away and fade away, right? She looked like she did a thing. Matter of fact, I wasn't sure it was her.
When you perform, you got to stay in a certain type of shape.
Right.
And that may just be the emotion because I love, most people who perform love performing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they don't have to.
I mean, I'm not either one of their accountants, but
yeah,
I'd like to believe that both of them is for the love of music. I don't believe it's nobody calling them talking about something. You gonna have that for me by the end of the week or something? You gonna have that? I don't think that's the case. Halftime show, World Cup, Madonna, big name, the biggest, I guess game in the world, so to speak.
I still don't think it got the Super Bowl beat, but yeah.
I think the World Cup got the Super Bowl beat. I'm more interested in the Super Bowl, but I think the world.
I say no. I understand why it's people will say that it's the biggest sporting
event.
Yeah.
And doesn't it don't happen every year, right? I don't believe the World Cup happens every year.
I don't think so. It's more, I think it's like more of a Olympic type thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out about that.
Yeah.
Let's find out about that. But I say it because I feel like football would be just as big if it went on as long as the World Cup.
Maybe. Yeah.
But the Super Bowl is one day, and look how everything stops. That's why I say that.
Yeah, every 4 years.
That's why I say that. And I think that's what makes it such a bigger deal because Just like the Olympics, they're every 4 years.
Well, I think the thing is this too. In the comparison between,
It's a big deal though. It
is.
Yeah.
But every country don't have a football team like an American football team.
Right, I know what you're saying.
I think that if you want to make it an even playing field, then you got to give every country an actual like an American style football team.
Right.
To me, you can't. You know what I mean?
You can't do that.
You can't do it. So,
you know what? So let me make it clear. When it comes to the biggest sporting event, yes, it probably is because of just the fact of the world. But what I mean is, and not just me, I still think the impact we get from the Super Bowl off one day.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I think if the World Cup was one day, if it was possibly one day, I think the Super Bowl might. Now, let's just say if you had football teams in every country, and it went on exactly the way of the World Cup, I think football might surpass
American football,
might surpass.
Possibly, yeah. You know what's funny about it? Because
we'll never know.
They was in New York for like a month, right?
They was in Philly for like that too.
It was in Philly like that too.
Yeah, right? Dallas. It was crazy.
You got to think, bruh. I ain't gonna say every. That's a lot. All the countries that have soccer teams, send them every 4 years. It's like we won't see another World Cup until 2030. It should be bigger. Yeah, when you think about this, like it should, in theory, like that's it should be like. So if you think
the playing field really ain't even to compare them.
It's really not.
I just think if you did my theory,
yeah,
if they both ran the exact same time, I just think.
Well, football's a one-off, right?
Yeah,
you got World Series in baseball.
Yeah,
it's called the World Series,
but it's all just the major league teams,
right? But you see how they go there. So you got that. You got even the NBA Finals. It's a series.
Yeah, the
NFL don't have series,
right? That's the thing.
So if you know what I mean, so like that's a big thing. Like
that's what makes that so big.
Yeah,
everything has its own unique way of making it bigger.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I just think that's what it is because I think everything else, hockey, I believe, hockey has series. NFL is the only thing that I really be seeing like that that's competitive. One and done. You win, you the champ. You
better show up today because if you don't got to come back.
Yeah, you know what I mean. 16, 17 weeks now, postseason.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah. I heard somebody say the other day, and I believe this too. I believe he go.
Nah, it's funny as hell. The other day, don't show up today, you ain't got to come back. Because you out of there.
Right.
You out of there. You ain't got to come back. Right. Football.
I heard that soccer players are the highest paid athletes in the world.
Yeah.
I agree with that. You agree? Yeah, you agree with that?
Bruh, I remember back in the day, David Beckham, when I first seen him with that 5-year, 250 million.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no shit like that ever back in the day when he did that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, bro, you got to remember, too, like even in the Olympics, talking about basketball or anything like that, you got guys who play Wemby and all of them guys, they'll go and play for their countries.
Right.
Like, it's even that. They go and play for, ain't no NFL guy. Where you going to play for?
This was just
That's it. That's why it's just the national football.
Yeah, they didn't say the
world
know.
Football. They knew not to. They knew, like, you know what I mean. But anyway, long and short of that situation, halftime show was dope. I couldn't tell you, like I said, obviously. What's the name? Not Argentina. The other team won.
Yeah,
horrible.
Don't even know who plays. Like you pointed at me the other team. Horrible. Felt like you was looking at me for saying.
Got it in my notes right here.
Yeah,
I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Spain won. Not disrespecting the game, but I was more into the actual halftime show. I did care more about that.
Yeah, you was happy to see BTS?
I was happy. No. I'm not going to sit up and act like I'm a big BTS fan. No, Justin Bieber, Madonna, like I said, Burna Boy. These are named Shakira. These are people that you see on a regular basis. And he keeps bringing up the Muppets.
The fucking Muppets was part of it.
Why you keep bringing up the Muppets, man?
Because they was out there.
What did they really do, bro?
Play the drums.
Yeah, that's what his mind be at, y'all. He's a Muppet, so he enjoyed.
Why I gotta be a Muppet?
Why you keep asking about? Why I gotta be glad to see BTS? That's what I'm saying.
I asked you
did ask me that.
I was happy to see him.
You know you was.
Yes, it was.
What's BTS stand for?
Behind the scenes. Seriously.
I love it. I know you are. Yeah. That's the scariest part of it.
What does it stand for?
But I get you. I'm not a fan, so I don't know.
I don't know either.
I told you I was tuned in for it. I told you. When I was right there in New York, it was going crazy. They was going crazy over the situation. You know what I mean? But anyway, just be on the note of talking about sports.
Real quick, though, before we leave soccer.
Every time.
No, before we leave soccer.
What,
Who do you think is the top 2 players in soccer? I just want to see if you know.
I don't know, E, man. Messi and the brother that was on the Argentina, man.
Messi and Ronaldo?
Nah.
Ronaldo and Messi usually the 2 biggest over there.
Yeah, Ronaldo retired. E, we look bad, dog. We don't know what we talking about. But it's
man,
like
it's not. We on the porch talking. How we look bad?
Okay. Well, you asked me a trick question.
I don't know.
The biggest names that I know, Messi's the one that I know that's playing. Ronaldo, I got to go to Netflix and watch the thing that's coming out. Yeah. That's the way I'm gonna be able to see that. You know what I mean? What's going on with him? I don't know too much about it. You know what I'm saying?
I just know.
Beckham,
I just know when I used to do career day at Parker School.
Yep.
I can get the kids psyched up. I used to go, Ronaldo or Messi? They be like, Messi, Ronaldo.
Yeah,
they be
playing with them kids, getting them psyched up.
They told me to do it.
You psyched? No, you doing your job. You doing your job, man. You would have did it anyway. Yeah. You just want to make the kids' day. You're a nice guy, man.
I didn't know neither one of them before that day.
Yeah, so you ain't know what you was talking about.
Nah, I just knew they was great players. Yeah. I looked them up real quick when they gave them homework.
Yeah.
Gotta be quick on your feet.
Like he plays for Beckham's team, I heard, here. But he plays for, his homeland as well. You know what I mean? So, but we still talking about sports. Of course. I mean, wouldn't be the porch without us talking about something that is a little bit more probably funny, if nothing else entertaining. Who you got, E, man, in this fight between Ray J and Orlando Brown, man? Who?
I ain't got neither one of them.
He shook his head. For those who can't see it, if you had to put the money on it, if you had to lay a couple hours on the line,
they both talk so much shit. That don't mean that they can fight,
right?
So you talking about a boxing match? So it's not. Yeah. I got to see him fight.
I mean,
if I'm basing it upon Ray, he's known for getting air.
Temporary expectations, right?
Yeah.
Here's the even playing field. Both shot. We don't really know what's gonna happen with it, right? Right now. From the verbal jousting element of it, I think Ray J met his little match a little bit with Orlando.
Oh, Orlando gonna say the moose.
He said he been getting money since Major Payne. Yeah. I don't know what y'all talking about with this guy over here.
Y'all remember on Major Payne, he was the little boy? I happened to realize that the other day.
Yeah, remember he was the little boy on Jamie Foxx show too, one of them episodes. Yeah. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? That's So Raven, he was in there at some point. Yeah, but my thing is this. As far as who I think gonna win the fight, I think Ray J gets the dub. I'm gonna say, right, because he can't keep losing. He got to get one off, and I think Orlando Brown is just gonna be the more wilder one, as far as like
that wild hit the wrong spot.
No, I don't mean wild with punches. I mean the things that he's talking about. Like I think he's just gonna be saying stuff like
have bitch drunk.
Nah. Ray J got it. And if he do lose to Orlando Brown, he needs to retire. He needs to retire, give it up, and just go ahead and do streaming or do something else that's different. Because this right here, you can't keep doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't seen the guy, what was his name? Super Hot Fire since he went on ahead and won that fight.
Still don't know him.
Exactly. But Ray J knows how to remain relevant. And now all I'm thinking, I cannot wait to just see when they both come. What do you think Orlando's gonna have on?
He coming out with some super wild. He's gonna have tassels or it's not. He gonna either have tassels on him, or he gonna have like the old sumo diapers. Remember they used to have them all type.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's gonna be something wild like that.
I think he's coming. That's dope. I think he is gonna come. Right. A little bit more like wild. I'm going to go Ray J because if he lose, he got to retire. It's got to be over.
It don't got to be. It's not real.
Just like that AI fight. I don't know if y'all seen it.
Yeah. This guy sends me. This is what's making AI so amazing.
Yes.
He sent me an AI video of Bud Crawford fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Unbelievable.
It was nice.
They was in there to the point where Mazan, for those who don't know that name, that's E's other personality. You know what I'm saying? Man, is that real? I don't remember it happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real in the AI world. They creating all of these different
I know it
fights.
wasn't real, but it was just looked that real.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that in regards to that, as far as the Ray J thing and Orlando Brown, I think Orlando wins the wildest statements. But Ray J, if he gets another cartoon knot, like he got with the super hot fire thing with Orlando,
Now his shit went cross.
you talking about his eyes? I'm talking about that boulder that was at the
but
top
when
of his forehead.
but when he first got hit, he was like,
Yeah, see that was temporary. That knot.
nah. But when you see that, you scared. Like, what?
Yeah.
You think it's straight?
Yeah, I was a little bit scared of his eyes, but I knew the eyes would just boop, go right. That little baby that he had right here.
No. I was saying I was scared from that on. Once I seen his eyes go cross into the knot, I'm not saying which was scarier.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
No.
When I first seen, I said, "Oh, you got to be." He need what they say when you get sick. They tell you to monitor. He needed somebody to monitor.
Yeah. Monitor. To keep you here for a little bit for observation.
Yeah. He needed an observation.
No, that knot's not natural.
Yeah.
That don't.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we got to check his gloves.
Yeah.
What was in his gloves to make him put? He have a battery in his hand or something? It was crazy.
It was almost like he had a sandbag in his gloves. Or
yes. Yeah. It's crazy. Now, with that being, talked about, I want to move on. I got two other things I definitely want to bring up.
Bring it up.
You know what I mean? One thing I don't know if you've seen it. You know Shula King, the comedian?
Yeah, sure.
Shula had this thing I seen on there. It was this guy, he's another country. I believe it was Nigeria.
Okay.
The bank made a mistake and put $1.1 million into his account.
Still being mine.
It was either he had to give the bank back the money.
The 1.1.
Or do a year in prison. To which I heard later on that he had already seen it and saw the issue in the account. Transferred, moved the money, sent it to his family, some of the family, and spent some of it. Didn't have it. They catch the error, tell him, yo, we need the money back. I ain't got the money. So he's gonna go to prison for a year. I don't know about the particulars when he come out, if there's going to be any restitution expected. They're going to put some things together. First off, my mind was blown because I'm saying to myself, how is it
his fault?
Well, I started there. I said, well, but it was his fault for, I guess, look at it. When he pulled the money out of the account real quick and started sending it to other places, he recognized the error and started moving the money. I was having a conversation with one of our brothers, and I said to him, that they're saying it's stealing. But I don't see it as stealing, right? I'm not saying it's right. Right and wrong, leave it in the comments, whatever. I guess the way it was kind of broken down in our conversation, that because of the fact that he didn't return it back to the bank, it was looked more at from a perspective of him stealing it. Mm-hmm. Because once I got more detail, him moving it out of the account and shifting it over. Now, before we do a deep dive or just a breakdown of that conversation on what you would do in that position, because I would love to hear it, there's the part of it that got me a little bit where, okay, you imagine you open up your phone and your balance says $1.1 billion.
Billion?
Million.
Oh,
$1 million and 50 cents. That is a big error.
Yeah.
Like I just made that the bank made.
He added the 50 cents in there too.
No, he had 50 cents. That's what he had in the account, I'm assuming. I don't know. But it's in there, right? You move the money real quick. You do what you do. Yeah. My question to you, before we unpack anything else with that situation, is if you were in that position and you had an option, you'd say you did have the 1.1, like you said. Come on, say you did have a 1.1 million that was still in your account. But the option was there for you to
go to jail or return it.
Go to prison for a year or return it. And I'll go as far as saying, with no expectation of restitution being done at the end of the year, you come out.
Basically, you say if I go to jail,
go away, it's done.
I get the money at the end of the year.
You already got it, but you get to not have to repay it. Would you do the 1 year in prison?
Nah.
Come on, man.
Nah, it's not.
Come on. I need to know your why. I need to know your why. I know my why. I need to know your why.
I figured it out. There's no price that wants me to go to jail. Time is the ultimate currency. I don't want to lose a year of my life and then come home and everybody done spent the money on they arguing over it.
Because now you got to go back to prison for murder.
There you go. Yeah. And it's not going to be a year. It's not going to be a year.
It's gonna be forever.
So it's forever in a day.
Is it a circumstance? I'm not asking you to create one. But can you think of one right now to talk off the top of your head that would make you say, you know what, maybe I'd consider it? Is it one? You already said, for that money, same circumstance. No. Is there a circumstance? Is there something that would make, I mean, I don't want you to create this, I need a kidney, I need something crazy, somebody's dying. I'm not going that far. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is say you got something, your life ain't popped the way you want it to pop yet. It ain't take off to the next level of what you want to do.
Yeah, not that I can think of.
Me neither. And so that was kind of my thing when I seen it with Shula. I'm like listening, and I think in the comments is on YouTube. You want to see it. It was like a lot of people like, I do them 365, no problem. Yeah, and I always say that everybody think that they can. Yeah. Well, and even if you didn't, I think the misconception is that everybody can go to jail.
Yeah.
And can do, first off, not jail, prison. Right. That everybody can go to prison and do that. Most of the people that I know, they understand that when you start to, when you go into a situation that it's foreign to you, and you in prison and all you thinking every day that goes by is I'm getting closer to that $1 million.
Yeah.
Your mind is already wrapped into a thing that my question was only this. Why not push harder to do it without having to do that part?
Right.
Right?
That's not what I want to do.
Right. Because now when I come out, whatever the charge situation is,
because it sounds,
say I'm a felon now, whatever, I can't give anything else. That's my point.
It sounds easy.
When it came up in the conversation, that was where I was going. I said it was because it was easy.
Yeah.
There's no such thing, in my opinion, as thinking that it is cool to capitalize off the era of someone else. Do people do it? Of course. But think about that. The bank made a mistake.
Right.
Just,
first thing I would do, I would have called to confirm.
First off, what is it that I do that all of a sudden
this is why I'm calling to confirm.
$1.1 million.
It could have been a settlement of something that I was involved with, didn't know. So I need to
Fair
confirm
enough.
where it came
But
from.
I like that. At least you came up with a possible reason.
I'm not going to say it ain't mine. Until let them tell me it's not mine. I'm not going to spend it either.
I'm going to say it ain't mine.
No, I ain't going to spend it either. I ain't going to say it's not mine until they... At
least you don't do that.
No, I'm calling the bank.
You going to call the bank?
The moment I see it, I'm calling the bank.
Absolutely.
And they say, sir, that was an error. Okay, come get your bread.
But it's going to be easy conversation, too, because not to be funny, there's nothing that I could have think of. I didn't do anything to get $1.1 million.
That's what I said, but sometimes you be crazy, you be surprised. Something you might have been involved with, settlement with this, everybody that own these 4 apps, you know what I mean? This person's getting, because you did this much, where you're getting $1 million.
Usually before you get that, you get a couple letters, emails.
Yeah, right. Could have got him. Could have got him to the old crib and didn't know.
Barnaby Jones,
but you got the same bank account
and got in touch with you.
But you got the same bank account. See what I'm saying? They just took a shot. Just using it for the.
That's it. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. You already said your piece at the beginning.
Money right away.
You said, and not only did you say that, you said that from the beginning.
Right.
Even before you knew the rest of the particular details about the situation.
Because all people gonna do is blow. They first get it, they think it's this. They going to buy.
I don't know nothing in life where you can get a $1 million mistake and there is no pause, blowback.
$1 million blowback is a different type of blowback.
Why? I don't know one mistake where you wake up. I'm gonna tell you something. E.
Blowback for $1 million.
If I open up my phone at 2:32 in the morning, and it's a mistake about 1 point. I'ma holler so hard, I'ma break my neck right here, and wake up everybody in the house. I'm telling you, bruh, when I heard this, and even the thought of thinking that, I would just go to prison for $1 million, for $1 million,
because you said $1 million blowback. Somebody gonna try to blow to get it back.
Get stuck there, man. Don't get stuck on the freaks. Let it go. He heard blow and money. And he said, "Oh, is this episode 244? Because 43 is over. We're going right in."
Flow and blowback.
No, I'm gonna say that I personally don't believe a moment of my freedom has a dollar figure to it attached.
Nah,
to it.
it doesn't.
I can't imagine if I had $1 million in my account and there was an error by the bank and I look up one day and my $1 million is gone and it was mistakenly put in someone else's account, right? I can't imagine having to come home and tell my loved ones, or I'm already there, I see it, like, hey, babe, I got 1.1 million that hit my account. I don't want to give it back to the people. I don't want to give it back to the bank. And they telling me that I can go do a year in prison, which is not how it happened. I understood the particular details later. 1 year in prison, or I can give them the money back. I'm not even having that conversation. If you did, what you think sis would say to you?
You can do it.
You can do it, chat. You can go and do that year.
Nah, I look at it.
I'll wait for you.
It's no doubt in my mind on that, but I'm not doing a year for that million. Not even telling her about it.
Just flip it. If your wife came to you and said, "This is what happened,"
she ain't fucking around.
Right, but I'm just saying. Okay, granted, we know that, but for entertainment purposes in the situation, because I think it's easy. It's a guy, right? Let's make it a woman.
And she asked,
let's make it a woman in this case. I think that's interesting. Woman looks up one day, 1.1, 1.1 million in the account. What if she don't tell you? Or she go crazy, just buying on? I mean, you'd know because you see the things. But she moving money around.
She might go. She going to jail because I can't go to her place. I hope she would be smart.
It ain't about going to the place.
Mine gonna think though. She gonna be tempted like a motherfucker, but she gonna be like, well, if I only spend 10,000, they let me do a payment plan at the 10,000. No, they won't, man.
No. My thing is when it was found out what was going on, the reason why obviously
this really happened to somebody.
It really happened. But what happened was he didn't have the money to repay the bank. I still think that a year for $1 million, 1.1 million is a blessing. And he's still gonna probably have to get, deal with some restitution to repay the money, I'm assuming. But I think that's a real question, right? Because if there was no restitution, along with the situation, do you think that you would be comfortable doing a year? To which you said no. Me neither.
I don't know.
I can't. What would you say to a person who feels as though that's selfish? That you say no.
Mind they goddamn business. You gonna do the $1 million jail run? You gotta still make it home. Them motherfuckers running past Ambrose.
Anybody. I don't care. Listen, bro, you could be a professional.
Beat the fuck up.
All kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now you trying to live, survive. You come home.
Now the blow is on their back because they got blowback.
Yo, he's still. What's up? Like he went right back to the back being blown. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't go back to the back being. You just said that. You were saying blowback before. Now the back being blown.
I'm imagining the conversation. And I'm going to have this conversation with my wife, not because I'm really in this position, but I would like to know.
Because you like silly shit like that. For conversation.
No, it ain't. First off, it ain't even nothing I made up. It's really
I ain't saying
but here's the twist. Not only did he not make the decision to be truthful with the bank, the family went along with the ride.
Why wouldn't they? They don't know where that money came from.
They show ain't gonna
that mean
volunteer
he
to
fucked around a lot. Like he always played with money. Probably did some stupid stuff.
You gotta be, bro. If $1 million fell in your account, you gotta be next level bold. A wire that came straight in from the bank.
Not nobody who do lines. That's perfect for them.
Help us out.
That's perfect for them right
I see
there.
what happened with that. I did not know that was gonna do that.
Anybody who does lines.
Blow. Now you talking about powder. This is crazy. I hope $1 million don't never just fall in yours by mistake.
They're getting it back.
Yeah.
But I told you.
Please.
Only way it gets spent a little bit is if I don't know. But I have my account update me daily. And I look up and that bitch say $1 million in there. Yeah. No, I got to call the bank. Who y'all got my phone number attached to?
Yeah, because I say that. I say it's easy, right? But if you turn around and 1.1 hits your account on the same day that you get a letter from the mortgage company talking about something, you owe us for 4-5 months. I'm just using that for an example. You might say they can get some of it back. But, Yeah, I'll figure out the rest of this right here. Tell the bank we'll work out a payment plan.
You gotta go to jail for a month.
Yeah, we ain't even gonna play that game. I'm not going to
No,
prison.
if you split the percentage, then you gotta go for a month.
He's a different breed. That guy's a different breed. He knew what he was up against. Like I said,
he didn't care.
I'm gonna do some questions, man.
All right.
I'm gonna do some questions.
This is another, and maybe we're starting another episode of Good Questions right here. B gonna ask me a couple questions and I'm gonna answer. Let's get to it.
So I want to ask you this about you. We'll get right to it, cut right to the quarter. What would you tell 16-year-old version of you? The 16-year-old version of you. What would you tell?
Go after your dreams.
Okay. Is that because of the fact that you feel like your current version of you didn't?
I feel like I did somewhat. But what I do believe is anything that I step fully into, I conquer. So I've always split it. I split it with a regular 9 to 5, and I split it with doing it part-time the way I did it. But if I think I would put it completely first, I think I would have had just been good at that. That's all.
Yeah.
Because I'm not bad at it.
No, you're not.
It's time. You have to put it in. Everybody want to be famous, but not everybody want to put the work in.
Yeah.
That's what Kevin Hart says.
Yeah. I think that we have the privilege of now, right? That's why when you ask that, when that question is usually asked about what you would tell a 16-year-old version of yourself.
Because we know who we are now.
We know who we are now. So we got the benefit of the future, right? For that person at that age. I would be very straightforward with them and saying, ain't nothing wrong with being scared, but do it anyway. That's exactly what I would tell a 16-year-old version of myself. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being apprehensive, a little worried about whether or not it's going to work out. Do it anyway, though. Don't allow yourself to be, to scare yourself out of trying.
Right.
Trust that feeling that you have inside of you that's telling you that you need to go out there and give it a real attempt.
No, absolutely.
I think I would definitely do that. And then because I like on the Marty McFly type thing, I don't want to tell you about the future. Because the future isn't bad. Because I'm talking to you, obviously, at this age of my life, I'm talking to you at 16 years old. The future isn't bad. But that thing that you keep visualizing right now at 16, I promise you, it's worth the energy and the effort to try it.
Absolutely.
So I would definitely highly encourage that.
Yep.
Tell me a personal failure that led to an unexpected growth. Like something that it didn't work out, and all of a sudden you realize, wow, I'm actually better from that.
Always. None just don't stick out like that. It would have to hit me while it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not while it's happening, but like, that reminder has to be reminded. Like, it's no way that I could just sit and think of one.
Yeah.
Because when I get past those things, I just leave them there.
Which is evident that's the growth side, right?
Yeah. But I can't think of an example of it.
So I'll say for me, using failure loosely.
Right. Because I don't necessarily said I failed. I just said I learned.
And I think you can do both. I think you can fail and learn.
No, I know.
I think that if I had to say failure using the term loosely once again, I failed to put this kind of like a little continuation of what I just said a few minutes ago.
Right.
I failed to believe in myself enough.
Right.
And it prohibited my growth. So every time I went to do the next thing with the next person and I saw the thing that they wanted to do, I metamorphed into what I needed to be to help that thing go. The whole time seeing the person that I was inside, but choosing to put that person to the side to invest more into it. So failure in the sense of I failed myself at every post where I should have been making more strides for myself. And now I'm at the point in my life where I understand, like I said, if I don't absolutely love it, if it don't just, it can't just feed my pocket, it got to feed my soul, it got to feed my mind, it got to feed my artistic, side of it.
I found all that early though.
But see, you did.
So that's what I said.
So that doesn't equate to a failure element to you. But for me, that's why I say using it failure loosely, because it wasn't my baby Those wasn't my baby to carry. I had a choice in those matters.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean? And I got into it, and I failed to give myself enough attention. So if I had to use failure, it's really, once again, a continuation of what I would say to my 16-year-old self, that I should have been a little bit more selfish. A little bit
more aggressive.
I should have been a little bit more aggressive. That's a great word. A little bit more selfish. I should have been a little bit more...
I used to try to tell you that all the time.
You did. And I think maybe sometimes you was too close. And sometimes I think that we go through things like that. And like sometimes people are just too close. And they're too close. They're right. They're right. Not that they're trying to be right up on you, but they're right there. And you like, I hear them, but they're supposed to say that.
I've seen that a lot of times.
They're my brother and they're my wife.
I've seen that a lot of times. But I think a lot of people misunderstand sometimes about that. It's because in order for you to hear it, if you're saying that a person is too close, it starts with the people that are close to you first.
Yes.
Because even if a stranger, not necessarily a stranger, or somebody you may have not been around long enough come and say it to you.
That's right.
When they say it to you, the first thing you'll go back into your mind and say is, damn, that person that was right there close to me been saying that for years. So it all matters.
Which is why that thing that we talk about a lot of times, how you can sell a loved one something. Mm-hmm. And it's as if they don't hear you, They resist against it, they fight against it.
Right.
And then another person comes up and says the same thing you say, and they seem like they get it, and you go, wait a minute. Right. It's because we're too close. We're too close to the thing. Then I had to grow to understand that, because it used to annoy me. Not because they didn't take my advice, it's because it took so long to notice it. But then I grew to a point in life to say, it don't matter, they got it now. Exactly. That's all it is. That's the main thing. Right now, what do you think the biggest decision that you made is, and why? Whatever you think the biggest decision that of your life has been thus far.
Stay disciplined. I know that may not sound like a decision to people.
It does sound like a decision,
and it may sound cliches, but no, stay disciplined. Like I said, we talk about this a lot of times. It's a lot of people who get far or just stop being responsible and unlock that level of freedom. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I often sometimes look at someone who may live on the street who chooses to. See, people don't believe it. There is some people who choose to live on the street,
right?
Choose to panhandle, right? But their expectation is so low for what they need that in their own way, they're in a form of freedom. Because even if they ask for a couple dollars and a person says no, at this point, they might be just trying to see how much they can get. But they know they can go anywhere. Maybe like a shelter to sleep. They can go somewhere to eat.
Yeah.
They got everything they need.
Yeah.
This is just a personal challenge for them now to see what they can do. We challenge ourselves every day in different ways that we don't realize we do.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Whether it's working out, whether it's being creative,
yep,
whether it's staying consistent, anything.
Yep.
But all of that still comes from being disciplined.
Absolutely. Yeah,
doesn't matter what it is. So
yeah, my decision has been probably the biggest decision that I ever made was based around accountability.
Mm-hmm.
I made a choice as opposed to resisting against being accountable.
Mm-hmm.
So that decision, which was probably forced on me when some major events in my life changed things. Right, and it made me see that those things had to be decided. I couldn't keep going with the flow of things, so I had to make a decision. Mm-hmm. I made a decision to be accountable. You know what I mean? So I got to end it with this one, right? 'Cause, get out of here with this. I have a little humor to it. It's what you like. Fill in the blank. It's a famous person. I need a famous person. If blank were a chef, what would they cook? Now, you want me to fill a blank in, and then you fill in what they would cook? Or you want to do it all on your own?
Fill in the blank.
If Chris Brown was a chef, what would he cook?
Hits.
He would cook hits? He's a chef, Not like that. If he was a chef, what would he cook?
Talking about particular food that's edible?
Yeah, that kind of chef, man. Like not if he was an actual chef.
They call Steph Curry Chef Curry.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I mean, this went a different way when I was rehearsing it. If he was a chef, like an actual Gordon Ramsay.
Chicken, man. Chicken. Chicken Florentine. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck these people like to eat. I don't know. This is humor. I think he eat chicken, man.
So you think he would make some chicken?
Chicken on the grill.
Okay. Fill in the blank for me.
Michael Jordan.
Oh. Michael Jordan looked like he would cook. He look like I think he's a smoker.
So
I think he would smoke. I think he would smoke different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. All right. You mean like smoked brisket and
yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant he was
thought?
His eyes be red like a King Corso, bitch. I didn't know if he thought he smoked dope. It's like he was cooking dope.
Please take a second.
Yeah.
Please take a second.
I knew that one was gonna work. That was another episode of Ask Me About This Next Chef. Brought to you by the Brothers at the Porch Podcast. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Man, what's episode 243, right?
243.
243.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm playing around. But y'all can hear this at any of your favorite podcasts and streaming sites like iHeart Radio, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Red Circle, Audible, anywhere you listen to your podcast. Pete, tell them where they can see us.
You catch us each and every week right on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast. Do remember, if you have not done so already, please hit that like button, subscribe button, that share button. Leave comments as we respond to each and every one of them. Once again, as we say each and every week, we know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you. This has been episode number 243, man. Look forward to seeing y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe, family. Peace.
Peace.
Who on the porch? Let's go.